My name is Diana, and until last night, I believed my father was a deadbeat who abandoned me when I was 2 years old. That's what my mother told me my entire life. The knock came at 8 p.m. I opened the door to find a distinguished older man in a gray suit holding a leather briefcase. "Diana Mitchell?" he asked. "Yes, that's me. Can I help you?" "My name is Thomas Harrison. I'm an estate attorney. May I come in? This concerns your late father, James Mitchell." My stomach dropped. My father? He's dead? "I'm very sorry for your loss. He passed away 3 months ago. May we speak inside?" I led him to my living room, my hands shaking. "I don't understand. I haven't seen my father since I was a baby. He left us." Mr. Harrison opened his briefcase and pulled out a thick folder. "Miss Mitchell, that's not exactly what happened. Your father spent the last 30 years trying to find you." "That's impossible. My mother said—" "Your mother lied to you." He handed me a stack of letters, all addressed to me, all returned to sender. "Your father sent you a letter every month for 30 years. 240 letters. Your mother returned every single one unopened." I stared at the envelopes, my father's handwriting on each one. Why would she do this? "Because your father left you everything. His estate, worth $2.3 million. Your mother knew about the inheritance clause in his will from their divorce. If he couldn't find you, the money would go to charity. Your mother and stepfather wanted to ensure you never reconnected." Robert knew about this? "Court documents show your stepfather legally adopted you when you were 5. Your mother told your father you'd changed your name and moved. He hired investigators for years, but they blocked every attempt." Tears streamed down my face. "He tried to find me?" "Every single day, Diana. He never stopped. These folders contain copies of child support payments your mother claimed she never received. She received them and deposited them for 30 years. Over $400,000 total. Here are birthday gifts he sent that were returned. Christmas cards. He attended your high school graduation from a distance because he wasn't allowed contact." "He was there?" Mr. Harrison showed me a photo. My father, standing across the street from my school, watching me receive my diploma. He has hundreds of photos. He never missed a milestone he could find out about. "Why didn't he take legal action?" "He tried. Your mother claimed harassment. She got restraining orders based on false allegations. The legal system failed him. But he never stopped loving you. And he made sure you'd inherit everything." I couldn't breathe. My whole life, I thought he didn't want me. "He wanted nothing more than to know you. I'm sorry you're learning this after his death, but I made a promise to find you and tell you the truth." "What do I do now?" "You accept your inheritance, and you consider taking legal action against your mother and stepfather for fraud, emotional distress, and theft. They stole 30 years from you and your father." "Can we prove this?" "We have documented evidence of every lie, every returned letter, every intercepted payment. Your father kept meticulous records specifically so you could hold them accountable." I wiped my eyes. "Then that's exactly what we're going to do." The next morning, I sat in Mr. Harrison's office reading my father's letters. Each one broke my heart a little more. "Dear Diana, today you turned 6. I sent you a bicycle, your favorite color, purple. Your mother returned it. But I'm not giving up. I'll never give up. Love, Dad." Mr. Harrison handed me coffee. "Are you ready to see the financial records?" Show me everything. He spread documents across the conference table. Your mother received $1,200 monthly in child support from when you were 2 until you turned 18. That's $230,400. She told the court she never received a penny. Here are the canceled checks, all deposited into her personal account. She lied under oath? Multiple times. Here's her testimony from 2003, claiming your father abandoned you financially. Here's proof she'd deposited $14,400 that year alone. I felt sick. What else? Your father established a college fund, $50,000. Your mother claimed she didn't know about it and let it sit untouched. She could have transferred it to you, but chose not to. She wanted you to believe he didn't care about your education. I worked 3 jobs to pay for community college, while $50,000 sat in an account with your name on it. Your father also sent gifts, returned, money orders, cashed by your mother but never given to you, birthday cards, destroyed. My phone rang. Mom. I declined the call. She knows you met with me, Mr. Harrison said. I sent formal notification to her address yesterday. Good. Let her worry. Diana, I should mention, your father's sister, Patricia, has been trying to reach you. She knew everything. Your mother blocked her calls.
2. I have an aunt? She'd very much like to meet you. She has more of your father's belongings, photos, videos, letters he wrote but never sent because he knew they'd be returned. I dialed the number he gave me. A woman answered on the first ring. Diana? Her voice cracked. Aunt Patricia? Oh my God, you called. I've been praying for this day. Your father, my brother, he talked about you constantly. I'm so sorry you never knew him. Can we meet? I'll drive down today. I have so much to show you. 3 hours later, Patricia sat in my living room showing me photo albums. This is your father at your 8th birthday. He parked outside your house and watched through binoculars. Here he is at your high school dance, in the parking lot. He went to everything he could find out about. Mom told me he didn't care. Your mother is a liar and a thief. Robert helped her. They wanted James erased from your life so Robert could play father. They wanted the inheritance money, but only if you never found out about it. Mr. Harrison joined us. Patricia, Diana wants to pursue legal action. About time. What do you need? Testimony, evidence, anything that proves James tried to maintain contact. Patricia pulled out a box. I have 3 decades of evidence. Every returned letter, every phone call your mother screened, every holiday James spent crying because he couldn't see his daughter. I documented everything because James said someday Diana would need proof. I started crying again. He really loved me. You were his world, sweetheart. Everything he did was for you. And now we're going to make sure your mother and Robert pay for what they stole from both of you. Mr. Harrison made notes. Diana, I recommend we file civil suits for fraud, intentional infliction of emotional distress, and financial theft. Criminal charges are also possible. Your mother committed perjury and fraud. File everything. I want them to face consequences for every lie. We'll need to confront them first, get their statements on record. Are you ready for that? I looked at Patricia. She squeezed my hand. I'm ready. Let's go. We arrived at my mother's house unannounced. I used my key. They'd never changed the locks. Mom looked up from the couch, her face pale. Diana, we need to talk. No, Mother. you need to listen. I dropped the folder of letters on the coffee table. You lied to me for 30 years. Robert stood up. Diana, calm down. Sit down, Robert. You're not my father. You never were. Mr. Harrison stepped forward. Linda and Robert Turner. I'm Thomas Harrison, attorney for the estate of James Mitchell. These are copies of documents proving you committed fraud, perjury, and emotional abuse spanning 3 decades. Mom's hands shook. I can explain. Explain what? I demanded. Explain how you told me my father abandoned us while you were cashing his child support checks? Explain how you returned every letter he sent me. Explain how you got restraining orders based on lies? He wasn't good for you. That wasn't your decision. He loved me. He spent 30 years trying to reach me while you told me he didn't care. Robert moved toward me. We raised you, Diana. We gave you a good home. You stole my father from me. You stole my inheritance. You stole my entire childhood relationship with a man who loved me. Patricia stepped forward. Linda, you remember me, James's sister. You blocked my calls too. You kept Diana from her entire paternal family because you're a greedy, controlling narcissist. This is harassment, Mom screamed. I'll call the police. Please do, Mr. Harrison said calmly. I've already contacted Detective Morrison about fraud charges. He's very interested in these financial records. Mom collapsed into her chair. The inheritance. Diana was supposed to get it when she turned 35. I was going to tell her then. Liar! I shouted. You were never going to tell me. You wanted me to never find out so the money would go to charity and you could keep pretending you were the victim. We needed that money. Robert's business was failing, so you decided to steal it from your own daughter? Robert grabbed his jacket. I'm not listening to this. Sit down, Mr. Turner. Detective Morrison walked through the front door, badge displayed. Thomas Harrison called me about potential fraud. I'd like to hear everyone's statements. Mom started crying. We didn't mean to hurt anyone. You stole $230,400 in child support payments, the detective said, reading from Mr. Harrison's documents. You committed perjury in multiple court proceedings. You fraudulently obtained restraining orders. You intercepted mail and funds intended for a minor. Do you deny these allegations? James was dangerous. James Mitchell had no criminal record, Detective Morrison said. Not even a traffic ticket. But you falsely claimed he threatened you. That's filing a false police report. Another crime. Robert finally spoke. Linda, stop talking. We need a lawyer. Yes, you do, Mr. Harrison agreed. Because Diana is filing civil and criminal charges. You're going to lose everything. I looked at my mother, this woman I'd trusted my entire life. How could you do this to me? She reached for my hand. Baby, please. I stepped back. Don't touch me. Don't ever call me that again. You're not my mother anymore. 2 months later, I sat in Mr. Harrison's office reviewing the settlement documents. Your mother and stepfather have agreed to pay full restitution. $230,400 in child support, $50,000 from the college fund, plus $400,000 in damages for emotional distress. Their house is being sold to cover the debt. And the criminal charges? Your mother pled guilty to fraud and perjury. She received 2 years probation, community service, and a permanent record. Robert got probation for conspiracy to commit fraud. Patricia sat beside me. How are you feeling?
Honestly? Free. For the first time, I know the truth about my father. He loved me. He never stopped fighting for me. Mr. Harrison smiled. Your father's estate has been fully transferred. $2.3 million, plus the restitution funds. He also left you his house, paid off completely. And these. He handed me a box of VHS tapes. What are these? Video diaries. Your father recorded messages for you every year on your birthday. He hoped someday you'd see them. I started crying again. Patricia hugged me. There's more, Mr. Harrison said. Your mother requested to speak with you. She's outside. I don't want to see her. You don't have to, but she insisted I ask. Patricia squeezed my hand. It's your choice, honey. I thought about my father, about 30 years of stolen time. Let her in, but you both stay. Mom walked in, looking 20 years older. Diana, please, I just want to apologize. I don't accept your apology. Please, baby, I made mistakes. Mistakes? You destroyed my relationship with my father. You stole money meant for my education. You lied to me every single day for 30 years. Those aren't mistakes. That's cruelty. I was trying to protect you. From what? From a man who loved me unconditionally? From a father who attended my graduation from across the street because you wouldn't let him sit with his own daughter? You weren't protecting me. You were punishing him and using me as the weapon. Robert appeared in the doorway. Diana, we raised you. No. My father raised me, from a distance, loving me despite never being allowed to hold me. You two are strangers to me now. Mom sobbed. Don't do this. You're my daughter. I was your meal ticket. I was your way of hurting my father. But I'm not your daughter anymore. Sign the papers and get out of my life. Mr. Harrison slid documents across the table. This is the restraining order. Linda and Robert Turner are prohibited from contacting Diana through any means. Violation results in immediate arrest. Mom's hand shook as she signed. I'm so sorry. You should be sorry to my father. But you can't apologize to him because he died thinking I hated him. You stole that from both of us. I'll never forgive you for that. They left. I collapsed into Patricia's arms. You did the right thing, she whispered. James would be so proud of you. Mr. Harrison handed me tissues. Diana, your father knew you didn't hate him. He knew your mother was lying. He had faith that someday you'd learn the truth. I just wish I could have known him. Patricia lifted my chin. You can still know him. Through his letters, his videos, his legacy. And through me. I'll tell you everything about your father. Every story, every memory. He lives on through you. I wiped my eyes. Thank you, both of you, for helping me get justice. Justice was what your father always wanted for you, Mr. Harrison said. Not revenge, justice. You fought back the right way. Looking back now, I realize my father taught me the most important lesson without ever speaking to me directly. Stand up for yourself through the proper channels. He could have kidnapped me, could have turned bitter and angry, could have given up. Instead, he documented everything, built his case, and ensured that eventually, the truth would come out. My mother and stepfather thought they could steal my father's love and his legacy. They were wrong. Love doesn't disappear because someone blocks letters. Truth doesn't vanish because someone tells lies. And justice, real justice, doesn't require revenge. It requires courage to stand up and say, no more. I have my inheritance. I have my aunt. I have 30 years of letters and videos from a father who never stopped loving me. And I have the satisfaction of knowing that the people who tried to destroy that love faced real consequences for their actions. Have you ever discovered that someone you trusted lied to you about something fundamental to your identity? How did you handle it?